everyone, and welcome to the Center of Peace and our Sunday morning celebration. I'm delighted to see you all this morning, and welcome to all who are joining us online on our Facebook channel and our YouTube page, YouTube channel. Welcome, we see you, and we are delighted that you are here. My name is Twana Malone. I'm the senior minister here at the Center of Peace, and my pronouns are she, her, and they. And this morning, we do have a wonderful service in store for you all. We have our licensed professional practitioners assisting us in our service this morning. Leading us in our practice, our meditation this morning is Helen Moore, leading us this morning in the ringing of the chakra bowl, giving us all the opportunity to bring our attention and awareness and to be so fully present in the presence itself is Rita Naylor. Leading us this morning in our treatment, our affirmative prayer, is Callista Dorsey. Leading us this morning in our selected and sacred readings is Marilyn Watkins. Holding consciousness for us this morning from afar is Patricia Watson. Our music today has been sung forth through Miss Marcy Francis and friends. Let's see, greeting all who walk into the space this morning is Linda Singleton and Tony Bay. And we have Al, Vern, and Nicole on the 1s, 2s, and 3s. So I think that we are all set and ready to go this morning. I want to take this moment and invite you to let everything else go. To decide this moment that you're going to turn inner and leave everything else outer. Helen?
In keeping with the theme for this year and this month, our meditation is one breath at a time, oneness. So I invite you to join me in meditation. Sit comfortably in your chair. You may close your eyes if you so desire, or if closing your eyes is a problem, find a spot to focus on. And begin to breathe deeply. Take a deep breath and exhale. And as you breathe in, bring your awareness to the inner presence at the very center of your being. The presence of life, the presence of love, the presence of peace, the presence of harmony. Breathe into that presence. And as you breathe in, allow yourself to be aware that with each breath, it grows stronger in you. The love grows stronger. The peace grows stronger. The harmony grows stronger. Life is stronger. Continue breathing. Continue breathing and feeling all that spirit is growing stronger. This is your awareness growing stronger. Allow yourself to feel, to sense the energy within yourself. And now that you are fully engaged, fully aware of that presence, allow yourself to feel the energy growing stronger. And with each exhale, sense, imagine, feel that there is an energy sphere around you. And as you exhale with each breath, that energy moves outward exhaling, send that energy of love, of peace, of joy, of harmony to your neighbor to the right, to your neighbor to the left, to your neighbor above you and below you, to the neighbor in front of you and behind you. Send the energy of love, of life, of peace in all directions outward from your center. And know that that energy touches the same presence of life, of love, of peace, of harmony, of joy in every other being within your sphere of energy. Continue breathing. And as you exhale, allow that energy sphere to grow larger and larger and larger. Your sphere is so large, it is now touching everyone in the room, everyone in the neighborhood in which you sit, everyone, every living being in the city in which you reside. That energy emanates from you into the presence, through the presence, and into each living being within that sphere. Continue breathing, and as you exhale, allow that energy sphere to grow even larger. Feel it, imagine it, see it, hear it, moving outward through the country, whatever country you are in, moving outward, touching the presence of life in every other living being in the country. This is the unity of all life. This is oneness, being aware that every living being is in the one life. Acknowledge and affirm that one life within every other being. And with each exhale, allow that energetic sphere to get larger and larger and larger. It is now reaching beings in other countries. That energy is moving around the world. Your energy sphere is growing so large that it touches the life in every living being on earth. Bring your awareness to know that in each of these beings there is the presence of love, the the presence of peace, the presence of harmony, the presence of the one life. Continue expanding, acknowledging, feeling, sensing, seeing the one life in all of life. Being aware of the unity of all life. And now I invite you to begin to bring your awareness back into the physical space in which you sit. Move your fingers, move your toes, and when you are ready, bring your full attention back to this service.
Today is a good day. Today is the day to be grateful in this present moment, recognizing the Creator. Recognizing the Creator is all there is. Recognizing the Creator has created everything. Every raindrop, every cloud, every sun that shines, each and every day. That's the Creator's work. Knowing this to be true, I know that the Creator has created everyone that's in this room and everyone that's outside of this room, because that's what the Creator does. It just continues to give love, unconditional love. So I'm continuing to recognize that the Creator is the Alpha and the Omega, that there's nothing before the Creator, there's nothing after the Creator. The Creator is powerful, joy, peace. That is the Creator. Knowing this, I know it to be true for each one of us that's here today, because we are all part of that oneness. We are all that oneness because we are that love that has created each one of us. It can be no other way, because when the Creator creates one, it creates all. And it creates with joy and peace. Each breath that you take is another moment for you to remember and to be grateful that the Creator gave you that breath as the first gift of your life. And you said yes. You accepted that breath. And every time your heart beat, be grateful, because that was another gift. And that gift keeps happening. Your heart keeps beating, each breath keeps coming, and it's effortlessly. Because when the Creator creates, it creates effortlessly. There's no issues at all. There's no fear at all. The only fear is what you, on your human level, decide to create. So in this moment, I'm saying to you, you can release it and let it go. Knowing that this service is unfolding in a divine order, because each one of you had said yes to stepping in and bringing your love and bringing your peace and your joy. And it's all accepted. Each time someone smiles at you, each time someone gives you a hug, it's because they know the truth of who you are. And they know that you are aware of that truth, that you are whole, perfect, and complete. Yes, that is the truth. I know that's the truth, and I know inside your heart, you know this truth. You know that you are loved, and lovable. When you hear the words, you take them in, and you can hear in that inner voice, it's the truth about you. Just like I know the truth about this center, that everyone that is watching, everyone that is bringing their energy, is bringing it from a place of pure love. So I ask you, what is it that you're bringing today? As you continue to take that breath and say thank you, as you continue to feel your heart beating, and you can say thank you, because you are God's creation. And I believe this center, this energy of the center, I believe it's the creation of spirit that we all collectively have said yes to. And I also give gratitude to Reverend Tawana, that her words that are going to be spoken is coming from a place that she has gone within, and she has asked the Creator, what is it that you have me to do today? Not tomorrow, not yesterday, but today, as I step up and share the truth of who she is. Because she knows. There's no question in my mind. She knows. And each one of you will take away what it is that is needed, that is wanted, and that you can feel that love within your heart. And you'll be able to share it with everyone you come in contact with. So take a breath and know that the prayer is for each one of us, because the Creator has already said yes to each one of us. So I am grateful. I'm so thankful. I take these words and I place them into the law, knowing that the law is the Creator and that it's already done. It is already complete. There's nothing more for me to say. There's no words to be spoken, because the Creator has already completely said yes. And we all say together, and so it is.
Thank you, Callista, for leading us in our treatment, our affirmative prayer. And thank you, Helen, for leading us in our meditation this morning. So what I'd like to do now is to invite you all to join me in the reading of our vision and our mission. You can find it right to my right. You can also, in the back of your chairs, there are QR codes. You can get to our vision and our mission there as well. And I want to invite you all to see it with me as a real live experience in our lifetime. Our vision, a loving and peaceful world where all of humanity is honored as the divinity within is experienced. And our mission, the Center of Peace, is a loving, inclusive, and vibrant community that utilizes and demonstrates spiritual principles and practices to cultivate powerful individuals who together create peace throughout the world. And so it is. Yes, so now I'd like to invite you all to please stand and join us in the singing of our congregational song, I Am One. You can find the lyrics to the song in the back of your chairs if you're not familiar with the song. Our congregational song was written by our licensed retired practitioner, Bayless Webb. All right, Al, I think we're ready.
I'm one with Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and it dwells inside of me. This perfect Spirit, pure loving Spirit, rests in everything I see. God walks beside me, protects and guides me. It's ever with me. Where'er I go, I trust its power, God's healing power. Its love surrounds me, and this I know. I live in spirit, I breathe in spirit. It lives within me, and so I am a spirit, I think a spirit. Its life is my life, I know. God's life is my life, I know. God's life is my life, I know.
Yes, so let us not miss out on this perfect opportunity to allow our eyes simply to glance around the room, falling just where they may, taking an opportunity to welcome each other this morning, welcoming each other into our space. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You may be seated. Here at the Center of Peace, we are an open and affirming community. All are welcome at the Center of Peace. And so if this is your first time here at the Center of Peace, celebrating love and celebrating life with us, we'd love to be able to take this moment to acknowledge you. If you're comfortable enough and would like to stand, please do. I don't know if I see anybody new today. All right, well, yeah, let us welcome each other then into the place, into the space. Just put your hands up, put them out, allowing love to flow from our hearts through our hands. As a great extension of it, we just say, welcome to the Center of Peace.
Welcome to the Center of Peace.
Oh, I know who you really and truly are.
Oh, I know who you really and truly are.
Unique and divine in every way.
Unique and divine in every way.
Perfect, and don't let nobody tell you anything other than that.
Perfect, and don't let nobody tell you
Anything other than that. We honor you.
We honor you.
And we welcome you.
And we welcome you.
Welcome to the Center of Peace, y'all. All right, we're going to have announcements with our board secretary.
Good morning, family. So we have a few announcements. We have Helen going to talk to us about the 40-day Mind Fast Soul Feast.
Good morning again. So it's just actually 1 week away. We start a week from tomorrow. On Monday, March 3rd, we start another 40-day meditation experience. We're using Michael Beckwith's book, 40-Day Mind Fast Soul Feast. We're going to fast from the mind and feast in the soul. And each day in this book, in these 40 days, there's a quote, a reading, and an affirmation. And what we will do at 7 in the morning and 6 at night, you can choose which time that works for you on any particular day. We're going to meet together on Zoom, do the readings, meditate or contemplate those readings, journal about them, and share about them. It will take about 20 minutes a day. The first day, maybe 30 minutes. That's the commitment we're asking you or telling you we're offering to you. We're asking for $1 a day for this. That's $40, which you can pay up front, you can pay weekly, however you choose to pay it. After service, Tricia and I will be in the back with tablets and computers for you to sign up online and be registered for this meditation experience, an experience of building community and being together with like-minded individuals. So I encourage you to join us, and I'll leave you with an affirmation from the book. I joyfully release all vestiges of false belief and surrender my whole attention to the overshadowing presence of truth within me. Conscious communion with Spirit is my way of life. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you, Helen. Okay, next up we have Trish Grady, completing the circle.
Okay, so completing the circle, in case you don't know, completing the circle is how the Center of Peace gets feedback from the congregation on how our different ministries are doing. So we have these, what we call small circles, set up to ask you some questions about how you're experiencing whatever the specific topic is. This topic that's coming up on February 16th after service, March 16th after service. It's already happened. We're done. No. Is on our board. So how are you experiencing the board of directors here at the Centerpiece? It's at 1 o'clock. It'll be most likely in the children's area in the back. And it's an hour and a half. You can register for it on our website, or it's in the Get Involved, Stay Inspired mailer also. Or you can talk with one of the members, who's Reverend T, Barbara Jones, Suzanne Saunders, Cynthia Banks, and Carolyn Hoke, and myself. Thanks.
Thank you. Rita?
I have it right here. Membership. Okay, I'm going to read it so I stay focused on what I'm saying. We invite you to become a part of our vibrant spiritual community where you can deepen your connection, grow spiritually, and experience peace and purpose in your life. As a member, you'll have the opportunity to vote on important community decisions, receive discounts on classes, and join our board, finance, and choir care circles, all while building a strong sense of belonging. To help you get started, we're holding an orientation to our principles and teachings on March 4th from 7 to 8:30 via Zoom. This is a wonderful opportunity to learn about our values, practices, and the many ways you can get involved. Our new member ceremony will be that following Sunday, March 9th, during Sunday service. Come connect and experience the transformation that a deeper spiritual community can bring. We look forward to welcome you. For more details and to RSVP, visit our website, thecenterofpeace.org, or watch for the announcement and link in Get Involved, Stay Inspired. And you may also connect with someone on the Membership Care Circle, which is Patricia Grady, Reverend Carletta, Deborah Ford, and myself. Also, to add to your calendar, the Membership Care Circle is hosting an afternoon of fun and games and just being together on Saturday afternoon, March 22nd, from 1 to 4 p.m. The event will be held here at the center. Feel free to bring games, snacks to share. Any love offering is appreciated, and I am complete. I'd like to call up a member now to talk about their experience here at the center. Thank you. Sydney Naylor.
Her daughter. She failed it. She failed to mention that part. Okay, I wrote a little something because I've been thinking about this since my mom asked me to speak on being a member. So when I think of what it means to be a part of the center, one word comes to mind: unconditional. Unconditional love, unconditional support, unconditional acceptance. Basically, any word that you can place after unconditional captures what it means and what it feels like to be a member of this community. I've been coming to the center since its beginning, which I was around 7, so almost 30 years. Wild. Through every transition and challenge in my life, I have been unconditionally supported and nurtured. The center has given me the tools and rooted me in principle that remind me again and again that the divine is within me. One moment that stands out is when I was graduating high school and I was unsure about where to go to college. I was taking a class here, plug to take classes. And we prayed, we visioned, and we affirmed that I would end up at the perfect school for me. And sure enough, that is exactly what happened. Spelman College. Unconditional love also doesn't mean that I don't have to do the work. When I graduated from law school and didn't pass the bar, the center community lifted me up. They reminded me that what felt like failure wasn't failure at all. They held space for me, supported me, and encouraged me to keep going. When I took the bar for the 3rd time, we started a Power of 8 prayer circle at the suggestion of, I believe, Deborah Ford. And guess what? That 3rd time, I passed. I could tell a million stories like these, times when I was embraced, uplifted, and reminded of my own power. And just as many stories where I was lovingly challenged to look within, to grow, and to do the work. And that's the beauty of this space. The center is my foundation, my reminder, my mirror. It reflects back to me the truth that I already am whole, already enough, and already divinely supported. So thank you.
Thank you, Sydney. Rev, I think you're up.
I'm just here to invite you all to join us. We will be visioning together February 27th at 7 p.m. as a community. Everybody is invited to join. You can get to the Zoom. It'll be online. You can get to the Zoom link if you subscribe to our newsletter or if you go to our website. We're going to be visioning for our next journey together. As many of you know, we went to Egypt in November and December of 2024 and had a wonderful time. And so the community is ready for the next journey. So please put it on your schedule. Join us as we engage in our sacred practice to assist us in identifying where to next.
All right. If you can stay for a second. Yeah. Okay. So, today is Rev's birthday.
Yeah.
And I think Sydney kind of said it all with regards to all the things that make the Center of Peace special. And I'm sure we could all come up with hundreds of things, but today we're going to concentrate on one of those things, and that's Reverend Twana. So I'm going to ask, as she does every week with us, with new members, if you will, extend love from your heart and hands, and repeat after me. Today we celebrate you with our hearts full of gratitude.
Today we celebrate you with our hearts full of gratitude.
We're thankful for your life, your light, and joy.
We're thankful for your life and joy.
May this year bless you with love, health, and endless happiness.
May this year bless you with love, health, and endless happiness.
You are cherished. And we are grateful to have you as our spiritual leader.
And we are grateful to have you as our spiritual leader.
And so I'm going to ask Cynthia and Alima to come up. And you can stand here. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm hijacking the service.
It's all good.
Rev, I could say a million things and it would never be enough. You are the most supportive, loving taskmaster that anyone could ask for. I am so grateful, and the Corps is so grateful to have you in our lives and as our leader. So it is with much love that Alima and I would like to present you this card from the Corps.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I failed to mention that Alima and Cynthia, oh no, don't go anywhere, are the leaders of the Practitioner Corps. Next, we're going to have Luz come up to say something on behalf of the congregation.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Woo, she energized me. So I had to write some things because honestly, I'm nervous. So I'm gonna forget something, and I don't wanna forget a word. The first thing I'll say is that when I first walked into the center, the love that I received was unmatched from any place else that I was. One of the things that I realized and I acknowledge time and time again was when I met Twana. She said to me, and I'll never forget those words, she says, "Welcome to the Center of Peace. If you ever need anything, all I am is a phone call away. If you're here at the center and you need a prayer, please let me know." And she held on to that word, because let me tell you something, I even called her at 7 in the morning one day. I needed her, and she was there, and she delivered. By the time I was done with that phone call, I was brand new, full of life, ready to go to work and do my thing. And that's what happened. I wrote something because, again, I don't want to forget anything, but I feel supported here. You know, I've made a lot of great friends who have turned into family. And you can't make that stuff up. You just don't go into any place and get welcomed like that. I've been to many places and never felt welcome the way I do here. So many beautiful people. Twana is amazing. You know, I feel supported by her. Her dedication, her compassion, her integrity, her helpfulness, her willingness to help, her kindness, her love is unmatched. The powerful words that she uses week in and week out, whether I'm here or not, I'm looking and I'm listening. She's a powerful force, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. We appreciate you. We love you so much for all that you do and all that you are. Thank you for your powerful words each Sunday. Thank you for everything that you do for all of us, because whether you understand it or see it or realize it, you touch a lot of hearts. And for those that have not taken out the time to meet this lady, I am honored to have her as my reverend, as my friend, and now has become my family. I trust her with everything that I have. I've gone to her with things that I wouldn't go to no one else, because it's hard for me to just trust anyone. And the fact that I trust her the way that I do, and I've come to her numerous times, we've had talks, and I will say that a lot of me has changed because of the things that she puts out there. Her dedication to everything that she speaks about, her compassion when she throws it out there, I've never seen anything like it. And I've dealt with reverends, pastors, all types of church, and it's like, no, thank you, I'm good. And then I come here, and it's like, what you see with me is what you get. I either like you or I don't. If I love you, you know it. If I don't like you, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very, very real, and she's real with me, so we match. You know, again, I'm honored to be in your presence, to be in your space. Thank you for having me here, and Uvi, we really, really appreciate you, and we're thankful for you. Thank you.
Jerry Walker.
Oh, my goodness. music flowed. Okay. I just put down some notes. You all know that Rev T and I were in practitioner training together, right? So that was 22 years ago. And I thought that I was the most blessed person in the world to have this person as my prac partner. And I always said that we were the remedial ones. That's why there were only two of us. But meeting her was like meeting the sister I never had. And I like Luce. I didn't know this about you, Luce. I'm very private. I don't share a lot of stuff. And for those of you who do go into prac training, you know that all your stuff is just out there. And you have to be in an environment where you really trust the person who is there. And Reverend Sheila always created that space. But after becoming prac partners, she became a friend, a real friend. And again, it is nothing more than precious to have a friend that you can say anything to, and a friend who's not going to BS you when you say it. And it's never like, hold up. It's just kind of like, have you thought about it this way? Can we look at it this way? And it's always helpful because you're here and that question opened you up to hear. I've laughed with her. I've cried with her. And I've just been with her. The other thing about you, Rev T, is your leadership style. I've run into a lot of people who are leaders, and you have a way about yourself. And let me just say this. For those of you who were here with Reverend Sheila, she had a leadership style. And I think everybody was kind of like, well, who's going to take her place? Who's going to be like Reverend Sheila? There's all this hesitation, and some people didn't come back. And then we got this lady who very clearly knows who she is and was not going to be changing up. It was like, hey, this is who I am. This is what you get. I'm not saying she hasn't grown in the process. But she has a leadership style that makes you feel safe, that there's a direction, that she knows a direction, she gets your input so everybody understands the direction, and then we're off to the races. Having been a practitioner, I've watched her with the core. And if you know, and I'm going to finish, Betty, I'm sorry, I'm taking so much time. I was saying that about Luz, right? You know how big our practitioner corps is, and Bellis is no longer part of it, so it's women. So you can imagine what it takes to corral, to lead, to inspire, and to listen to that much energy. She does it well. She does it very well. But she brought us good to great, completing the circle. And I, as a leader outside of this center, have used those in my own organization. So she's been a leader for me, not just here. She shows up as herself. And I was looking up love, and filial love is affectionate love. And so that's the love that I have for you. But then I found another one, pragma love, which is enduring love. And for me, having that kind of love for you makes my life worth living.
Okay, and representing the Board of Directors, Marie Amy Taylor. This is it, I promise.
Stay right here with me.
Got you.
A wrap of sorts for Reverend T. I've heard that rhyming ain't rapping, but I'm here to say that some of us are old school and know no other way. So I asked you to chill, even though I'm not Public Enemy, Outkast, The Roots, or Lauryn Hill, as I break out this rap that just might be all that in spite of a serious age gap. We gather together in this moment to celebrate you, Reverend T. You are our inspiration, and on that we can all agree. With your strength, spiritual leadership, commitment, and vision, you skillfully lead TCP with mastery and precision. As part of the board, you weave together fiscal accountability and spiritual grounding. Providing context and applying principles in a way that is astounding. Your ability to listen deeply and provide space for all voices to be heard, to be expressed, allow all of us to feel valued and inspired to give our best. You embrace humor and self-disclosure without fear or facade. It's the truth. And when you laugh out loud, we'll have mercy and oh my God. So we celebrate your birthday, and our words are meant to convey that you are our collective blessing and are loved by us every day. You inspire us to grow, go deep, practice principles, and our fears allay, and for that our lives have been enriched in an immeasurable way. You are fire as you inspire. You are dope and you give us hope. So as we close out this tribute, we ask everyone whose life by Reverend T has been enhanced to stand up for our incredible senior minister, because in her honor, we are going to dance. Hit it.
Thank you, everyone. And if you haven't, there's a card at the front door. If you'll please sign it for Reverend Twana before service is over. Okay, so happy birthday to all of us born in February. And it's Sophia's birthday today as well. Happy birthday. Beverages must have a lid on them. Be mindful not to leave anything behind. You can get on our mailing list by downloading the QR code. Please check out our website for more information at thecenterofpeace.org. Like us, follow us, and subscribe on all social media platforms. And as always, practitioners are available for prayer after service and during the week. Thank you.
This is for you because you always ask me. You always ask me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, our dear, incredible, phenomenal, exceptional Reverend T. Happy birthday to you.
Choir membership. Choir membership. I heard that.
It was so wonderful. It's a great celebration. Since this is Black History Month and Africa is our roots, yes? We're going to do a song called Funga Alafia from Liberia. Say, I greet you with love and peace.
I greet you with love and peace.
And when I say Ologuile, you say Osheo. Say Osheo.
Osheo.
That means I agree. I sanction it, yes? Now, these are shakeres. This is the first hand drum. And this is what we're going to be playing, Kamara and Janet. And also, we have our funky, wonderful dancer, Carmen Butler. She is going to do the description of the dance of Funga Alafia. Yes? Funga Alafia, Ashe, Ashe. 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 Ashe, Ashe, can you say? Ashe, 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 Ashe. Ashe, Ashe. Oh, send peace to the world. Ashe, Ashe. I send peace to the world. Ashe, Ashe. Sing, come on. I send peace to the world. Ashe, Ashe. I send peace to the world. Ashe, Ashe. We are the light of the world. Ashe, Ashe. We are the light of the world. Ashe, Ashe. Come on. We are the light of the world. Ashe, Ashe. We are the light of the world. Ashe, Ashe. 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 Carmen Butler. Thank you. Ms. Garrett. Thank you very much. And now, you know, they have a concert coming up, so we're going to do the next song because they're going to have to leave. How about a hand for Miss Kamara Jordan? And Miss Janet McDonald. And yours truly, I'm celebrating my 81st birthday too, y'all.
Yay, February rocks. February, a powerful month.
Yes, this February is something else, isn't it, Reverend T? We some wonderful people, aren't we, Reverend T? Yes, yes. Becky too, right, Becky? This is a sakura, honey. Did everybody see this before? This is it's goat skin, and it's made with what's it made from? Clay. Yes.
Frameless clay.
And I wet it, and then you got a sound. What's the next song we doing? Aki Wowo. Anybody know about that song, Aki Wowo? Aki Wowo is by Baba Olatunji, Nigeria. And we're called, Aki Wowo is a car driver on land. And we're asking Aki Wowo to take us to our mother and father's land. And I sanction it. And I say, Olokuile, you say Osheo. Olokuile.
Osheo.
Olokuile.
Osheo.
I think they have it, right? I think I want to play my cigarette. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Joho vermi dele, Joho vermi dele, ile baba ni. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Jowo bemi dele, Jowo bemi dele, ile baba mi. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Jowo bemi dele, Jowo bemi dele, ile baba mi. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Jowo bemi dele, Jowo bemi dele, ile baba mi. Aki wo wo, holokuile. Let's play a little bit. Happy birthday, Reverend T. We love you. Happy ho ho, holokuile. Happy ho ho, holokuile. Jowo burmi dele, Jowo burmi dele, ile baba mi. Happy ho ho, holokuile, holokuile. Oh, Jeho, come on, holokuile. Oh, Jeho, Jowo burmi dele. Oh, Jeho, holokuile. Oh, Jeho, holokuile. Oh, Jeho, Jowo burmi dele. Oh, Jeho. Come on, play. Thank you. Happy birthday, Reverend T. And everybody, happy birthday. Happy birthday, my baby.
Happy birthday, Rev. Love you much. Anybody coming to see No Longer Bound today? All right. See y'all there.
Greetings. What a treat. Yes. The practitioners at the Center of Peace are here to serve the congregants. And so on every fourth Sunday, we're just going to have a short reading to remind you of that. It's called The Heart of a Spiritual Practitioner. With compassion and love, our thoughts, words, and actions are in alignment with the principles we teach. We dedicate ourselves to respond to the spiritual needs of those who call upon us. As professional practitioners, our core function is to provide spiritual mind treatment. We provide open and honest communication and always hold the client's trust and confidence with highest regard. We encourage the release of any loyalty towards us and encourage our congregants and clients to recognize their own divinity. And so it is. Mm-hmm. Please stand and repeat the affirmation after me. My soul radiates unconditional love.
My soul radiates unconditional love.
And I honor its infinite power to heal.
And I honor its infinite power to heal.
To uplift.
To uplift.
And to transform.
And to transform.
You may be seated. And so it is. Mm-hmm. The reading is from a book titled The Magic of the Soul by Patrick Harbula, pages 33 to 34 and 125 to 126. Soul as unconditional love. As we touch the magic of our soul, we naturally experience ourselves as one with all life. We are immersed in unconditional love. It flows from us effortlessly. We not only experience it as enlightening and filled with wonder, but also as an intensification of what might be considered less desirable feelings. As we recognize our connection to everyone and everything, we care more about everyone and everything. Our compassion flowers as we feel the pains of others who suffer in the world. Our sadness increases over senseless violence. We become angrier at injustice. We can't help but be more outraged at the lack of care given to our environment, to the earth, the mother from which we have all been born. We cannot have more love without having more compassion. As we let in more soul energy, the deepening of our emotional connection to the world is equaled by our ability to extend love and healing where we can make a difference. We become empowered by desire to manifest our soul purpose in the world, and we can recognize that all of the conditions of the world are part of the magical evolution of our planet. As more love flows through us, we naturally have greater compassion and love for ourselves. This is essential because we can't truly love anyone until we love ourselves fully. When we are immersed in the love of our souls, then love automatically fills us up and overflows outward and through others and everything. Our natural state is love. When we are in our natural state, we express love in everything we do and to everyone we are in contact with. If we are not experiencing love flowing through us, then we are blocking it, either consciously or unconsciously. It actually takes effort, attention on our part to stop the flow of love. This truth has powerful ramifications. It means that in order to experience the bliss of love flowing through us, all we must do is let go. All we have to do is give in to it. Give in to your love in this moment. Let go of whatever stands in its way. And so it is. Both the affirmation and reading were submitted by licensed practitioner Betty Boyd.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm a little thrown off. Cynthia, the taskmaster, don't like it. But she can accept it. Thank you, everybody, for your kind words, your presence, your love, your light, and just as I hope to share something with you from my heart that might inspire, you all inspire me all the time. And I'm better because of it, and I'm blessed by you all, truly. And I love the Center of Peace. The Center of Peace means more to me than, I won't say anything, but I will say a lot of things. So thank you again. Let's see what we're going to do here. Well, I had an idea today that we would do some prayer, that we would be moved into practice and have a little bit of praise. You know, if you're going to have a spiritual life, or say you live a spiritual life, you have to understand that it consists of two parts. There is the prayer, and then there's the praise, right? So I wanted us to engage in prayer, and then I wanted us to do some dancing, because it is my birthday. And if you are so blessed that you get to share your birthday on a Sunday with the people you love, well, I'd just like to invite you all in to do what I would be doing anyway. I would be dancing at home anyway. So a little later, I invite you to dance with me, and I hope you will, because I do love to dance. But what I wanted to say about prayer, as we've been talking about prayer then for the last 2 weeks, and we've said that the most loving thing that we can do is to change ourselves. And that the way that we change ourselves is through prayer. It is our tool to move us from where we are to where we want to be. And in prayer, Ernest Holmes says that we're not willing things to happen, but we're opening up to accepting that something different is happening. He said prayer is essential and necessary. And I just wanted to read just briefly one more time from his book titled Prayer, and I'm reading from page 140. And in it he says, prayer is for the purpose of becoming receptive to the divine influx, which already owns everything, knows everything, governs all things, and creates what we need, if we but permit it to, in its own nature, which is goodness, truth, and beauty. Each turns to the within in something after this fashion. We let go of everything. We drop every fear from our minds, drop all confusion from our thought, and enter into the inner secret communion with that great reality, which is our universal self, God in whom we live, move, and have our being. We are conscious that this divine presence overshadows and indwells. It is both without this physical mental being and within this physical mental being. Therefore, it is the spiritual reality of this being, the I am, which is universal, eternal, and perfect. Now, this spirit is our spirit. It is our life from which we now draw full, complete, and perfect being. This divine intelligence does govern us intelligently. It does direct us consciously, accurately, unerringly. We surrender to it every fear, every sense of uncertainty of the future, every thought of any morbidity of the past. We surrender all confusion and doubt, and we know that this divine influx removes every mental obstruction to peace. It removes every sense of condemnation and judgment, and we enter into the fulfillment of its perfection now. We believe if there is any part of our physical being which needs healing, it heals it. That the power within us and around us which creates, can recreate, can make whole now. We believe if there's any conflict in our mental being, it can be removed because the spirit is higher than the mind and more than the body. I am talking about prayer because prayer, as we talked a little bit about, or as I talked a little bit about it last week, is saying that there's a difference between prayers and prayer. Prayer consists of some things. Prayer, when we are in prayer, we acknowledge divine power and presence of God. We might say something, there is a power and a presence, one life through it all, one life through exists, one life that runs through all, and no power can exist outside of it. Our prayer is made up of steps and parts. No life can exist outside of it. And when we are engaged in prayer and we are speaking these words, we believe it. We are convinced and convicted in the words that we speak. It's not just the same old, and there's nothing wrong with the same old. It renders results as well. But in our type of prayer, we move then into step 2. And in step 1 and step 2, we fill ourselves up. Remember last week I told you that before we affirm anything, we fill ourselves up on everything. So in step 2, we align with the divine power and presence of God. We find ourselves saying something like, I am the I am. 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 And you say it until you believe it. I am the I am. No other power can exist outside of it. And it being everything is where I am. I am not separate and apart from it. I am the I am. Prayer in this way moves the one who is praying and certainly moves the one who is receiving prayer. I'm trying to make this distinction here in a way that you might be moved in some way to want to know a little something more about prayer, because there is great power in prayer. Prayer is what has changed any one of us who comes up here and profess that we've been changed. It's been because of prayer. It's been because of prayer. So, I said that prayer changes us, that prayer changes you. And let me say this, that the changing that I'm talking about is the changing of the self. Little by little, prayer changes you. Moment by moment, prayer changes you. Prayer by prayer, prayer changes you. So, for us then, we really start to believe this. And in believing this, we open ourselves up to the possibilities instead of the impossibilities. We open up to what is infinite and possible instead of dwelling in what's impossible and what people might proclaim or what the world might seem to offer us as impossibilities. No, prayer moves us into a place where we can begin to see what's possible and what's available to it. In prayer, we become more aware of the availability of calm. There is a willingness to be intentional. We live expectantly instead of living from a space of of expectations. We're moved from a limited perspective to high and holy perspective. We open ourselves up to radical ideas, not just any old idea or any old idea. No, we open ourselves up to the infinite possibility, a radical idea, an idea that has such power that it changes us the instant that we allow ourselves to experience it. As I said in the last 2 weeks, many of us have experienced prayers, but not prayer. Not a prayer where we are so full of it that we can then speak on it. In prayer, when we proclaim and profess it, there's nothing outside of it, and that we are it, when we get so full of it, then and only then do we speak on it. So, prayer in this way, then, it disrupts. Prayer, this type of prayer, not prayers, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Remember, prayers, there's nothing wrong with it. When I played basketball in high school, before the game, we would get together in a huddle and we would engage in prayers. But now that I'm an adult and I'm at the center of peace, I engage in prayer. There's a difference. So prayer disrupts and prayer demands our attention. And when we are engaged in prayer, we come to understand that you cannot be prideful and pray. You will be moved to be different and to do different. And if you're prideful, you won't be moved when you are called to be moved. In prayer, there is no room and time for your pride to get in the way. Because the moment we are open to a new idea and an influx of possibility shows up, if we're prideful, we'll stay right where we are. So there's no room in it. So last week after service, several people came up to me and they wanted to talk more and more about prayer. And several people had questions about prayer last week. And then someone said, listen, you up there talking about prayer, why don't you teach us how to pray? And I said, point. You got a point right there. But here's the thing. 25 minutes on a Sunday is not enough time to teach you how to pray. We got classes for that. And some wonderful instructors who can teach you how to pray if you want to learn how to pray. If you want to learn how to demonstrate in your life. Prayers, when we are engaged in prayer, we are expecting a demonstration. We're not just praying. I expect it to be so. And it has proven itself time and time and time and time and time and time and time, over and 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 over again. Prayer works, is my point. So someone said, well, teach us how to pray. I can't do it up here, but certainly take the class. However, collectively, myself and your practitioners, we have thousands and thousands of hours of practice. We have meditated, we have contemplated, we have prayed. And so we can offer you all prayer, and it is my intention to offer you all prayer today. And I'm not saying that you have to come to one of us for prayer. Listen, I am clear that we all draw from the same mind. There's nothing special about me nor our practitioners. That's not the deal. Any of us can do this, which is why we come up here and say the things that we say to encourage you to tap into your own divinity, to begin to have manifestation after manifestation and demonstration after demonstration, and so it is, all of that in your life. So I'm not suggesting that in any way, But what I am suggesting is that perhaps the practitioners and we have less to impede us. There's less fear that gets in our way. There's less doubt that consumes us. There's less that we are worrying or worried about. There's more of a willingness for us to surrender to the divine power and presence of God, to be moved into a state of acceptance and expectancy in the power of my own words and the words that I speak. We have a greater capacity to accept it. That is, we have become more receptive to the one. So, this morning, what I'd like to do is to invite anybody who'd like to have prayer. We offer prayer every Sunday. And I'm amazed at so few people who go to get prayer. I've set up a few prayer stations in the back. There's 3 prayer stations. And in a moment, I'm going to ask 3 of our practitioners to go to the back. And there, anybody who wants prayer, you can go and get prayer. Also, if you're not moved to go and get prayer, there's going to be 3 of us up here, and we're going to be engaged in what we call high watch or holding the consciousness, and we'll be praying for those who are not moved to go and get prayer in the back. We will be praying for you, though. We have a practitioner on Facebook. If you're on Facebook and you'd like to have prayer, you can reach out to Patricia Watson. If you're on Zoom, you can reach out to Zuma Gonzalez. The point is that there comes a time where we have to engage in the practice. We don't want to just talk about it. We want you all to experience it for yourself. For yourself. So the practitioners who have agreed to go back and to be available for prayer, if you would go back and take your positions. There's 2 practitioners who are going to come up to the front and join me. If you'll bring a chair with you as you come to the front, I'll be here and I'll move us through this. We went a little long, so we're not going to do it for a long time, but the offer is there. The offer is there. As you are so moved, you can get up and go to the back. No, thank you. I'll get that one over there. So, in this moment, let us pray. There are practitioners peppered around the sanctuary as well, and know too, they are engaged in prayer. Your job is to be receptive. Your job is to be open to it. Your job is to be receptive. Your job is to be open to it.
everything is done 100% online. No awkward.
So as our prayers come to a natural end, we allow space for them to do so. And so it is. So it is. So let us then be engaged in the next part of prayer, which is thanksgiving. And so if our ushers would come forward, as we move into a time of sharing and giving, I want to talk about the importance of thanksgiving in the prayer. It is a great part of the prayer. We are moved into a space of giving thanks for that which we have declared to be so. When we are moved into a state of thanksgiving, we know that there is nothing that can get in the way of the thing that we've declared to be so. We position ourselves in a position where our hearts are open wide to receive. We rejoice in it in the way that it makes us feel, because we have received it first in our mind, on the inner, where we know surely that the reflection, that the demonstration will be made on the outer. Prayer moves us into a state of thanksgiving because there is a lot to be so grateful and so thankful for. Because there is a lot to be grateful and thankful for. as our ushers come forward, let us be moved then into prayer and to turn it so deep within ourselves, staying in this high level of consciousness and awareness, affirming and knowing the great power and presence that's never in absence, that is infinite in its intelligence, that has given all, and that is all, the one thing that is everything, giving of itself to itself. We know too that it is the only action and activity occurring in our life. So it's from that place and space then that we come to give today with joy in our hearts, as we know that every cent that we receive, that it moves the center of peace out into the world, ever expressing and shining its light, being a beacon of light for all who is ready to discover the life that their soul is seeking. We shine our light so bright that anyone and everyone might begin to see the divinity within them and declare it to be so. I am one with the one. I am the I am. And in declaring it to be so, they are changed and their life is changed and our world is changed. So I am grateful for every cent that we receive today. And as I know that we are blessed, I know too that the giver is blessed 1,000,000 times fold. It's always that way. It's always going to be that way. So for every cent that we receive, I give thanks. Truly, I do give thanks. And so it is.
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. Give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise. Give praise for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give praise now. Selah, Selah, Selah. Selah, Selah, for all that is. Ashe, 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 Ashe. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. There will never ever be another day.
And so it is. And so it is. All right, thank you. All right, so we have made it to the end and we are ready to close out. So if you all would please stand. Let me remind you that our practitioners are here and they have on the purple stalls and are ready to join you in prayer after service. If you didn't get prayer, if you didn't receive prayer and would like to receive prayer, please do go and find one of our practitioners. Huh? Oh, the mic. Oh, okay, yeah.
The practitioners, if you're in need of prayer, they stand ready to join you in prayer after service. They have on the purple stoles. If you did not get to receive prayer and would like to, you did receive prayer, whether or not you know it. But if you want some more prayer with the practitioners, please find one of our practitioners and let them know the truth for you, with you, and about you. Also, I want to remind you that we have a prayer box. If you can't stay or would prefer to write down your prayer, you can write down your prayer, put it in the prayer box, and the practitioners will pick up your prayer, and they will be praying for you all week. All right. So today I'm not calling the choir forward because I said you all were going to be, I would be inviting you all to dance with me. So that's just what we're going to do. We're going to dance our way on up out of this puppy today. So Al, whenever you are ready,